How's it going? This is a reading for the collective energy, and with a new moon in Pisces, I figured it would be a good time to set some intentions here, and I figured I'd share them as well. Let it out into the universe is to what my intentions are. But number one, and I hope maybe you can relate to some of these, or if not all. It says, reveal my true and authentic self in my deliverance in real life as well as through social media and other places as well. Just being authentic. But routine. I will master my craft and invoke a strict routine to manifest success and abundance. And all spells, magic, and evil eye and ill intent will be reversed, and I will be quickly recognized, and I'll quickly recognize when the energy is at hand so I can act accordingly. It says, I am building an empire, and I will be respected and acknowledged for who I truly am, and I am a winner, and I will rise above my own blockages. I will not get in my own way, nor will I allow for anyone else to get in my way. I will be contacted about moving my projects forward, where I am protected and looked after for my better good and for my better interest. I will freely channel with God's love and essence to see things with complete awareness and clarity. I will operate with a meditated mind and an open heart. I will see the divine in all things and acknowledge my own gifts and my own beauty. I will take action on this illuminated path because it is my destiny. So those are some of my intentions, and you've got your own, but hopefully some of that will add to your intentions as well as you're on a spiritual path and journey. What I have playing right now for us is Indian flute music, meditative music. Kind of getting back to roots or heritage, or just a spiritual path, So I've got that playing in the background. I also like to jump into some readings here, kind of channeled energy. I was meditating some of this energy, and I had like a pre-meditation on a date, and it was November 5th. If that has any reference to you at all, then that's great, and then this reading's for you. But November 5th, in this book here, it's called What Would Jesus Say? And it would be for the collective, and it's kind of the objective, right? So it says, so many decisions. Shall you go this way or that? Shall you go left or right? With this one or that one? Oh, what should you do? When in the valley of decision and you can't seem to find direction, too often your decisions are based on what you think will make you happy and what will be most advantageous for you. And later, when you're eating the bitter fruit of your choices, choking on the bad taste, you'll blame me for not stopping you. Haven't you learned by now the valley of decision is a test to ponder what would be best for you and me both? Ask yourself what would honor my kingdom. That which honors me will always honor you. And that's also on page 325, which is out of this angel number book here. This angel numbers, we're going to go to 325 just to see what that is. And it's make space in your life for support. You need to be supported by God and your angels in order to support others. So very, very eye-opening to tie those two together in those readings there. But I also have a poem that I just recently wrote here, and it says, "The Queen of My Empire." I write poetry, and so this is something I like to implement into the readings as well, to kind of give a pre-read. But it's the Queen of My Empire. I want you so bad right now. I dreamt you into reality, and this is how. I went within with utmost humility. I discovered my gifts and divine ability. I recovered my purpose. here on earth. I was without a dime, yet I found my worth. I continue to give love to those not giving any. I learned boundaries and closed my energy to many. I began to feel anxious, isolated, and alone. I prayed for you to journey with me into the unknown. You are the unknown, a complete mystery. You too have grown and learned from your history. You too learned how to heal and give yourself closure. You healed from injustice and unnecessary exposure. You are a sanctuary, a refuge from the storm. You are extraordinary and well beyond the norm. You are compelling, captivating, and copacetic. You are magnificent, matriarchal, and magnetic. You are the epitome of my reality and desire. You are an empress of fire, the queen of my empire. So, yeah, so love kind of being heavy on the mind and heavy on the heart. I guess the goal is to be light on the mind and light on the heart here, to let things kind of flow naturally and to let things develop from a place of accepting and surrendering to God and to your angels and to your guidance, to let things kind of unfold without your or my or allowing the urges to control the outcome or to control how things pan out. So it's a complete surrender here, but to put focus on yourself and to allow yourself to ascend into a higher frequency and a higher vibration that will allow you to be creative and to operate within the boundaries of love, if there are any, you know. So yeah, that's where we're going to start here. I'm going to get the energy for the collective. What is the objective, collective? What is the objective? All right, so lots of things flying out of the deck here. You usually go with fives. There's five. I'll take them. There is five. So we'll take them here. And it looks like we have strength. Yeah, I think at this time you're going to be exuding a lot of strength, and it's being able to look at yourself in the mirror and to see things as they truly are, and not to be harsh against yourself or hard on yourself, but to kind of bring a taming about yourself as far as your emotions are concerned, anger and frustration, things of that nature. You know, being able to look at yourself in the mirror and bring a calmness to you. And I'm hearing affirmations, so being able to speak affirmations into your reality, you know, and to calm yourself. Being able to look at yourself in the mirror is also a very strong practice, and I'm hearing also to say to yourself, I love you, I love you, I love you, and you're beautiful. And those affirmations are very strong, and it would be I am affirmations. So yeah, you are beautiful. This is also number 8 on the deck here, but you can see this bouquet of roses or flowers or of galaxies right here, this bouquet of galaxies. But it's like when you go within, this is the gift, this is the reward, is to understand that you are a master creator, a master manifester, that you are in control, as much as you don't want to personify control. You know, it's to actually let go of control and to allow the fates to take place here. We also have the 8 as a signifier of karma, and if you've been doing things right and doing these practices, and especially during the 22222 portal, I don't know how many times I said it, but that portal there was a very strong portal, probably one of the strongest ones we'll ever have in our lifetime. So setting your intentions during that time was very valuable, and you should be starting to see things coming into fruition from that portal. But this is also another portal of the new moon in Pisces. It's called the worm moon, and it's the last new moon of winter, and things are beginning to thaw out, you know, from a frozen state, and they call it the worm moon, and Native American history, because there was the worm trails that would show up in the thawed ground, and that new moon would signify that happening. So it's very powerful to have things kind of thaw out, and to see the development of your intentions here. But the next card was Judgment, and so being in the upright, this is like I said, the intentions, coming into fruition, being able to create and to dance at your own pleasure here, and to ice skating might be something familiar to you in this reading for this, but also 20 is a number there as well, and 2 would be like the duality concept here, that you are a light being in a human experience here. But you tend to be more creative when you let go of control, and you have this healing agent about you as well. Like the medic crosses here is what I'm getting from that. But once you heal yourself, you sound the horn for healing for other people. And so embracing that healing energy there, and I'm getting this fairy kind of, or fairy tale kind of a life starting to unfold for you. But also the butterfly is what I'm getting off this card, in the Judgment for your transformation. The Fool showed up in reverse, and so that's like the Fool is actually a really strong card in the tarot. It's probably and it's probably overlooked as being such, but the strongest card in the major arcana, or even the entire deck. And the Fool is taking a risk, taking a chance. But I think that for the collective, it's to kind of hold back from making foolish mistakes, not being a fool, kind of ascending rather than diving off the cliff. I can see this person ascending rather, and it's kind of a really different depiction here for the Fool. But not being foolish, not diving into things until things are actually fully developed, and that the outcome is let go of, and things are flowing naturally. When we tend to jump out of our plane without a parachute, is what I got there, we fall flat on the ground, and I mean flat. So it's like taking extra precautions before, and also letting things develop before you decide to make that leap or take that risk. And right now you're seeing in an energy that you're in happiness here. This is the Sun. It's also with the number 19 here. It's also resurrecting energy. It's also an awakening. It's also sitting with yourself and enjoying the energy that has taken place within you, catching a wave here, catching a wave, exploring your emotions here, and the fire being mirrored onto the top of the water here. It's putting that fire element, that transformational element inside of you that's burning within you, but also kind of being a protection against your emotions, the bad emotions, like I had mentioned before, with the anger and dissatisfaction, or being like disgruntled, or not happy with some of the way things have turned out so far within your manifestations or your journey. But it's allowing yourself to be happy with what you got, and be grateful, and to give gratitude to God, and to the universe, and to your spirit guides, to the process, and to the progression that you've made thus far in your journey. And then we have in the final position here the Emperor. And this is in the upright, and this is like taking a rest from your labors. And this would say physical labors. This is a physical bath. He's in a bathtub here. This could be male or female, but just you're in boss mode, so it's kind of like setting that schedule, setting that time for you to kind of digress, and let things kind of develop, and you know, you set your intentions. You set out. You delegated some work here and done some work yourself, physical exertion. But now it's time to kind of relax and to regain yourself. This is kind of like a weekend. Kind of a weekend feeling to relax and recharge is what I'm hearing here. But it's also a time to reflect and to really take in and pat yourself on the back for all the joy that you're starting to create, and it's starting to manifest, and you're seeing proof of that. You're seeing things starting to really take place for you. And so and that could be happening now, it could be happening in the near future, but that's the intentions that are being set here. So we're gonna I was gonna go into some tarot, but I've got this format of doing the readings, and I think that we'll go ahead and continue this format that I've created here. Just looking for, yeah, let's do this here. So what is the storyline developing here with this 5-card spread? The objective for the collective. What is the objective here? What are the objectives being asked of the collective? We have these right here. We got 4 cards here. So one more, Spirit. One more card here for the collective. What is the objective? Thank you. That one flipped right out, and that was the happiness card. That's in the 5th position, but just very notable because how it flipped out of the deck there. But passion. So it's a good strength to look within and to find these abilities within yourself, to find your passion, to really see what lights you up on the inside. These affirmations that you're telling yourself, this awakening to the beauty of who you are, the bouquet of galaxies, that you are a master manifester, a creator, and at best, when you're operating from the standpoint of your passion. I'm trying to show that passion is the word there. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's there's fire all around this individual dancing here in the like the cosmos. So it's just dancing freely, which leads into the next card, the Judgment, right? This is like an ice skater, but it's a form of dancing as well. But the psychic ability, you know, being able to, in the cosmos, of your own mind, but also in your own inner self, and understanding of your inner self, opening that third eye and seeing cycles. I say psychic abilities, but I would say cyclic, as like a bicycle cycle, cyclic. You're able to see cycles around you, and you're able to pretty much predict what's going to happen next based upon the cycles of what's going on around you, within you, and around you. Is very common that people look up to you for your ability to see things as they are and as they will pan out, is what I heard. So empowerment. So not taking that leap of faith just yet, you know, letting things develop is an empowering, puts you in an empowering position here. It also makes you appear as though you're not easy, or, you know, if this is relating to love, or even career, you know, making wise decisions as opposed to just jumping into the first offers that you're offered. You know, it's reading the fine print. It's putting value and self-worth into who you are and what you bring to the table here, you know, and it's empowering to say, hey, I'm going to need to sleep on this. So that's what I'm hearing here, is to sleep on some ideas, so that way don't sleep on them to where you lose the opportunity, but it's to make a wise decision. It's wise to take a night of rest before actually making a decision, or signing your name on contracts and things of that nature there. So it's telling you not to not take a leap of faith here. I mean, because eventually you're just setting yourself up for success in this process. But at this time, it's like take a night of rest before, you know, dream about it first, you know, go into the astral projection of that decision, and kind of play out different outcomes in your mind's eye, and to see the cycles again, that psychic ability. So the sun right here is clarified also by this boundaries card. You know your boundaries, know your limits, but you know, there's a place for, and leading into this Emperor card, a time for rest is a time for play, and a time for work, and a time for family. You know, it's really setting those boundaries between the different realms of your life. You know, there's a time to be serious, a time to be funny, there's a time to you know, play around, and there's a time to you know, get your shoulder to the wheel and to the grind wheel, and to really crank out some work and some effort. And you know, this Emperor here is taking rest from his labors here, and getting a bath, you know, cleansing. This is also referencing to the cleansing that would take into your soul and into your body, doing like we're doing here with binaural beats and meditation, eating healthy, you know, and drinking healthy, and not putting toxins into your body, but rather taking care of your body. And that's promise to fortitude and happiness, transformation in the way that you view your world. I'm sorry, I can't find but yeah, see the swirls of butterflies coming around this individual. This is a woman on the card, but happiness is promised to ensue upon taking care of yourself, and really taking the time to think about your decisions before you jump right into them. Your happiness is actually based upon making boundaries, setting boundaries, clear boundaries, to protect yourself from overindulgence, or even overworking yourself, or weighing out your brain or your mind, but overweighing your heart as well. So it's getting adequate sleep is what I just heard as well. Getting adequate sleep, and being able to set boundaries that will protect you. Let's get into the tarot and see what the tarot kind of develops here for us. We'll go into the old Rider-Waite deck here and see what we can explore here, and ask some questions here. So the strength and passion, to clarify the strength and passion, Spirit. Strength and passion. How are we using strength and our passion to move forward here in coming days here? So we have we had 3 cards pop out here. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Hermit, and we have the Knight of Cups, or Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's things are picking up. Things are starting to move a little bit more steady. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's off of his horse here, but this is probably, you know, making wise decisions, as we've discovered. But not only being wise, but being on your horse and ready to explore your emotions connected to certain decisions. But also the Page of Cups is also being apologetic or unapologetic in your efforts here. But the Hermit here is gaining that emotional enlightenment here, and is just in tied with the Page of Cups is also like about children as well. So if you have children, it's exploring with your children that boundary that you set time apart for your family, for your children, is very important to your passion and to your strength. Is to think about the ways that you are leaving your legacy here. In the first position, that's very, very important, is to be mindful of the legacy that you're leaving behind. And the legacy you're leaving behind it comes through your children, right? It also comes through the life that you lead here. And so it's got a strong connotation to exploring emotional connections, but also exploring the connectivity with your kids and activity with your kids. but also it's unapologetic in your motion, in your emotion, I should say. But it's also with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, don't take your time with this. I mean, it's going to take time over time, but it's like, don't put it off till tomorrow, is what I'm hearing there. This is one of those things that you don't want to put off till tomorrow, is you always want to put your legacy and things of that nature in the forefront of your mind. And so let's clarify here for the psychic abilities and judgment. So I would say you're being gifted with foresight and deep insight about your future and the certain steps that you need to be taking at this time. You're becoming a magician. So there's the card of the magician here. You are seeing that you are a master manifester. That keeps coming out. I've said that now 3 times. But the High Priestess is also clarifying this psychic ability. And we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. So if there were anybody that were black magic is what I just heard, any of those that had ill will or ill intent towards you, those are being lifted at this time. Black magic, spells, curses, whatever you want to call it. But I'm getting from all of this and the progression moving forward in your intentions, you are definitely being blessed because of your intentions and because of your will to follow the will of God here. And your blockages are being removed. People that have been fighting against you and putting hexes on you, are those curses and things of that nature are being reversed. And so it's a real blessing to have blockages that were unforeseen by you, or blockages that were set in your path that you were unaware of. Those are being lifted this time. And you could have been aware. I mean, this is under psychic ability. You may just as well been aware of that. And then empowerment. We have on the board the High Priestess and the Hierophant here. So it's like it's being very, very spiritual, but then under empowerment and not taking a leap of faith, it's like going by the book here. It's kind of allowing the ascension process to take place and in its proper order here. 2720 is what I see on the clock right now, if those numbers mean anything to you. But also it's leaving those behind and leaving them out in the cold. You know, this is kind of what you've been through here, injured. You know, you've been left out in the cold and injured and really having to go through this winter by yourself and with little to no support. And so it's like knowing who's there for you and who isn't for you. You may only have one person there for you who's been there for you, but that's neither here nor there. But this is the energy of cutting those that don't no longer belong. You know, you had the 5 of Wands with your psyche, so you had people that were working against you, and being left out in the cold was the end result. And so you were jumping into and allowing people to be around you and take your power away. But how empowering is it to be able to rest easy at night, knowing that you've beat a generational curse, is what I'm hearing. This is something that has taken place through generations within your family. You know, absent father in the mix, or a absent mother, or just a parent that was absent due to not even circumstances of neglect, but even just like wartime, and just jealous energy and death, premature death and murder, things of that nature there. You know, but you're protected. You got this I would say clerical, even people that are on your side that are men of cloth. You know, people that are strong followers of God and of the Savior, and really bless you at this time. you hold the keys. It's like a priesthood. It's like an anointing here, you know, being admired as well for your ability to persevere and to overcome. So Spirit, let's see what we have for the happiness and boundaries here. We had one card come out here, and we have the Nine of Cups. It's wish fulfillment. It's let's see, it's wish fulfillment. What would the wish fulfillment be here for my collective? What is the objective for the collective? What is the objective for the collective? What is clarifying the Nine of Cups, Spirit? We have no longer feeling the need to defend yourself. You know that you don't have to even say anything to defend yourself. All is known. You'll have people standing up for you, whether that's in courtrooms or whether that's in families or in dynamics. You'll have people really going to bat for you. You know, it's you don't have to really even defend yourself for any of the choices that you made. They were all done in favor of the Lord's will, and you are passing tests, is what I'm hearing. Passing tests with flying colors. Yes, and so I just seen the Lovers card here. So it's passing tests with flying colors. It's kind of this harmonious time for you as you step into the equinox coming into spring and then summertime. There's a lot of success as far as being harmonious with another coming on the forefront here. But yeah, it's no longer having to defend yourself for whatever took place. It's all understood. It's all by epiphany, by other people, or by people that were witnessing, bystanders of your certain situations here. So, and in clarification of your happiness and your Emperor here, it's this Ace of Pentacles. It's this new beginning here. It's yeah, you know, but through the act of you know, taking time for rest and for rejuvenation, you bring upon yourself happiness, and it's through the boundaries, setting boundaries, and having happiness in every realm of your life, which is in and of itself a new beginning, a new way of looking at life. And it's you know, I watched this segment on Kevin Hart. I think it was on the Joe Rogan Experience, but that he was talking about leveling up, conquering levels, and getting into a new level. And obviously I just heard new devils, but it's being able to reinvent the way you look at the world, but you know, taking on you know, the new challenges as well, but to look at the world in a different way than you did in the other levels. And he was very excited and wanted to keep leveling up. And so Kevin Hart's a very a prominent example of leveling up. And so I think that's what's going on with the collective here, and in your own right, as this new profitable new beginning here, especially under the Emperor. It's like taking action on all realms of your life. If I were to wrap that up in a nutshell, it's taking action on all realms of your life, and bringing happiness and joy to all those around you. And just a card flopped out, but it was the Nine of Pentacles here. It's yeah, it's being self-reliant, you know, and to really take into practice your spiritual side, so that you can bring that into every realm of your life, not just one or two parts of your life, but through your legacy is what's being focused on at this time. So very powerful. Let's get a stone card and see what kind of will be the influencing stone at this time. And we have black tourmaline. Looks just like that, and it says grounding, protection, and detox. Yeah, so that's very powerful here. It says an energetic bodyguard. Black tourmaline acts as a psychic shield, protecting you from destruction, negativity, and psychic attacks. It is excellent at establishing boundaries and deflects unwanted mental energies. It is also used for grounding, stabilizing your foundation on earth. and making sure both feet are on the ground. With a natural electric spark, black tourmaline absorbs fears and transmutes those emotions into positive energy. Use this stone to balance your root chakra and detox any anxieties. It's in the zodiac of Capricorn, and its governing planet or star is the sun. So black tourmaline, very powerful there. And let's see here. If you're dreaming of a fish, I just was called to look it up in the 5D, which is in your dream state, or dreaming can be daydreaming as well. But fish is the word or object. If you're dreaming about a fish, what that might mean, bringing that into the 3D world, bringing like heaven on earth, right? So it says, to dream that you see fish in clear water streams denotes that you will be favored by the rich and powerful. Dead fish signify the loss of wealth and power through some dire calamity. To dream of catching a catfish denotes that you will be embarrassed by evil designs of enemies, but your luck and presence of mind will tide you safely over the trouble. To wade in water catching fish denotes that you will possess wealth acquired by your own ability and enterprise. To dream of fishing denotes energy and economy, but if you do not succeed in catching any, your efforts to obtain honors and wealth will be futile. Eating fish denotes warm and lasting attachments. So very revealing of the nature here, and being self-reliant, but also this new beginning and this new way of viewing each part of your life here, each realm of your life. But that's the reading for the collective, and I hope that helps you a lot. And if you would like the video and subscribe, I will continue this this motion moving forward here. It is my intention. So thanks. Love and light. Namaste.